Welcome to WEWIN New. In a world where nearly everything is recorded, we often witness events unfold in real time. But what happens when things go from bad to worse in the blink of an eye? If you're ready to witness shocking stories, stick with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's get going. A Penske box truck exploding in suburban Chicago over Memorial Day 2025. An accident due to a leaking propane tank inside the box truck rental. One neighbor thought the fireworks were starting a little early, but it was a lot more than that. A burning vehicle can explode without warning due to fuel, airbags, or other flammable materials. Stay at a safe distance, call emergency services immediately. What began as a small, seemingly controllable fire in the kitchen quickly escalated into a large, uncontrollable blaze as flames spread rapidly through grease and nearby flammable materials. On February 24, 2024, in Sichuan, China, a little boy was setting off fireworks next to a manhole cover. The fireworks ignited the methane in the manhole, causing a sudden explosion. This is a video of the house explosion along Stone Road in Greece, New York on November 12, 2024. When crews arrived, the house had been fully engulfed and collapsed. The plant had a history of safety violations and had been fined multiple times prior to the incident. Poor chemical storage, lack of oversight, and illegal production practices were key contributors to the explosion. People living 10 kilometers away from the plant also felt suffocated by the toxic fumes after the explosion. Everyone below a high-rise building were nearly struck by large pieces of falling debris that suddenly broke loose from the upper floors. Thankfully, there were no injuries.
Knew it was gonna happen.
In the landslide, large rocks rolled down the mountain, almost crushing the car and turning it into scrap metal. Fortunately, the driver backed up the vehicle just in time. The man was calmly sitting in a chair when a speeding car came rushing in from the street. That reflex was so fast, even Peter Parker would be impressed. Hazardous materials rolled over on a busy roadway, narrowly avoiding a catastrophic explosion as flammable substances began to leak from the damaged tank.
Morreu ninguém no coração aí, não?
Lane encroachment poses a very high risk of accidents, especially on blind corners like the situation in the clip. When approaching a corner, drivers should slow down and pay attention to observe so they can handle the situation in time. The truck driver was traveling northbound on Woodbury-Glassboro Road when the vehicle left the roadway and struck a telephone pole at Fairview Avenue in Gloucester County, New Jersey. The driver suffered a medical emergency behind the wheel. The area was closed for several hours as crews worked to clear the scene. Glad no one was seriously injured. A driver's car broke down on the highway, forcing him to exit the vehicle and stand outside the guardrail for safety. However, a truck driver, distracted, suddenly veered off course and rear-ended the crash. In Taiwan, a Volvo traveling at high speed attempted to avoid a sudden obstacle by swerving sharply just 1 meter before impact. On a busy street in Thailand, a heated road rage confrontation between two drivers quickly spiraled out of control, transforming an aggressive driving into a real accident. On Illinois Interstate 88 West, a car suddenly lost control and veered out of its lane, crashing forcefully into a nearby pickup truck, causing both vehicles to swerve dangerously. Two heavy tractor-trailers collide at high speed, briefly disrupting traffic, with investigations later confirming that the crash was the fault of the driver who changed lanes abruptly. An iron bar on highway in Taiwan fell from a pickup truck and hit an oncoming vehicle. In Belgium, a high-speed train collided with an articulated lorry that was stranded on a level crossing, leaving emergency services scrambling to contain the aftermath.
Hey, get further away, sir. Wow.
A train slammed into a big rig in front of the Club Car plant in Evans, Georgia. Placards on some of the tanks warned of corrosive and flammable contents. If the fuel and oil the semi was dumping out into the ditch caught fire, it could have been a disaster. A crash between a semi and train on the railroad tracks off Highway 146 in Oldham County. This is an intersection known to many as one of the most problematic in the county. Flashing lights or lowered gates mean a train is coming. Never try to beat it. Trains are much faster and closer than they appear. Wait until you can clear the tracks completely. The semi was on fire as the train dragged it along the tracks on State Route 31 in Mount Victory, Ohio. Rocks spewed away from the tracks, breaking windows at nearby buildings. A Thai woman, thinking she was doing a good deed, flicked a cockroach off the head of a tourist. The insect was actually his beloved pet. Shocking footage of an oil spill crash in Bengaluru, India. Oil spills on wet roads caused bikes and a car to skid, leading to a collision with an auto.
Brake ಹಿಡಿತಲ್ಲ ವಿನಿ
A brief but intense tornado hit Alcázar, Artemisa, Cuba on May 22, 2025, damaging homes, power lines and a sports complex. It traveled about 800 meters, with the worst impact near Mayakin Sur. Roofs were torn off, walls collapsed and services disrupted. The video showed a man's miraculous escape from a traffic accident with a truck on the road, amid admiration for the driver's skill. It happened on a road in Bethlehem, south of the West Bank, Palestine. Due heavy rain, the roof of Truworth's store in Southgate, South Africa, collapsed. Fortunately, we have no information of injuries. This happened on July 12, 2011 in Italy. The employee who was checking the ceiling for a leak stepped on a weak part and fell through. Here is the demolition of one of the 514-story Maisonette Towers in Regent Park South, Toronto, Canada. Severe weather rocked the island of Guadeloupe, France, as multiple tornadoes reportedly touched down across parts of the country, leaving residents shaken and damage reported in several communities. On January the 2024, in the north of the Noto Peninsula, Japan, an earthquake occurred. Large earthquakes can instantaneously reshape coastal landforms owing to fault zone ruptures that uplift the Earth's surface. Strong winds and heavy rain caused the railing and roofing sheets at the newly built Charlipali railway terminal entrance to collapse in India. There was heavy rain in Mussoorie, India. Khumpty Falls suddenly started overflowing. Along with the water, a huge amount of debris and stones started falling into the falls from the hill.
रोड ब्लॉक हो गई है यहाँ पे सारा जो मलबा है ये ऊपर से सारा बह के
Cyclone Biparjoy created an unbelievable moment as it hit Kutch coastal areas with a wind velocity of approximately 155 miles per hour. Two ends of a conductor exploded in a sleeve in northwest British Columbia, Canada. It was the testing of the protection system of the thyristor valves. A 230 kilovolt transmission line collapsed due to fire. A building collapsed today following an explosion on the first floor. The dog might be fine, but my heart isn't.
From the Prince William County. Lord, nobody should get close to it. Oh my God. Priscilla, did you get it? Yeah, I got it. Babe, don't get close. The whole car just went down in there. Look. No, don't get so close. Stop.
A famous Sanghi mosque collapsed in Delhi, India. Several improvised fireworks miscalculated and blew out windows for blocks. Always a reminder to expect the unexpected. A box truck crashed into Savatiai's pastry shop. An unbelievable moment captured during a warehouse explosion. No casualties reported.
Ah ben non, ils s'en foutent, ils s'en foutent.
Oh, attention, Mike!
Oh putain! Oh putain! Merde, vite! Vite, vite!
The tendency of icebergs to roll or heel over is well known. Fortunately, Mike Horn and Fred Roux both survived.
Merde, vite! Vite, vite! Retourne dedans! Retourne dedans! Opening up?
No.
Okay. You might want to stay.
No.
You might want to
Trammy has powered massive waves as high as 20 meters high that crash along a riverbank. An unbelievable moment as the twister picks up and tosses trees, a shopping cart, and cars. Hope he bought a lottery ticket after this. Oh my, this would wake up the whole neighborhood. Hundreds of people crowded along the Qiantang River in China to view a spectacular tidal phenomenon known as a bore. Well, it's not something that happens often, but it has an explanation. These phenomena usually happen when a marine tornado goes inland, having previously sucked up aquatic fauna that finally falls. The debris from the destruction can be synced to the sinking cap. This isn't an optical illusion. An unbelievable moment occurs as the Acatenango volcano in Guatemala produces volcanic lightning.
Whoa! Watch me!
The bright green flash is thought to be from the nickel in the metallic meteor burning in Earth's atmosphere. The elevator has no technical problems, so the property management demanded compensation for the damage. Urgent dismantling of the tower crane after its looting by vandals. Windows blown out in the center point, Total Energies towers in downtown Houston. Bioluminescence is a rare phenomenon when living organisms like algae or marine life produce their own light.
That's the brighter close to me, guys.
Yeah.
High winds ahead of a line of severe storms cause power lines to arc and create a power flash, intensifying drought. On October 12, 2022, a gas explosion occurred while everyone was enjoying a meal. Police squad car video showing the moment a gas line exploded in downtown Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. The unbelievable moment, a car crashes through a Bronx mini-mart. The battery he had plugged in on the table erupted in a violent explosion. Who else had their jaw on the floor the whole time? Insane. A crew hits a gas line in front of the home in Douglas Avenue and Millard Street on August 23, 2018. Dude went from pro to party mode in 3 seconds. The Weekend of the Edge event had taught a poignant lesson to all who witnessed it: safety. The huge landslide on October 14, 2024 was an unbelievable moment that left everyone in shock. Good tractor driver, he hasn't wasted a fraction of seconds. A Bright Line train collided with a Delray Beach fire truck due to the fault of brazenly reckless firefighters trying to save 5 seconds. A landslide occurred on March 25th, 2023. Residents were seen running as soil and rocks swept houses away.
Oh yeah!
Backhoe loader plunged into a river while attempting to demolish a century-old bridge. The fire that tore through Copenhagen's old stock exchange, one of the city's most iconic landmarks, was brought under control on Tuesday after the flames caused its spire to collapse. The blaze erupted in the 17th century Dutch Renaissance-style building on Tuesday morning, rapidly spreading and engulfing the structure in flames. The worker was shocked when he stepped out when the freight elevator suddenly fell freely down in China on January 8, 2022.
Hey everybody, look at me.
Andy's safe stunt that fooled millions.
I don't think he's gonna make the runway. No, he's not gonna make the runway.
A tree on the road fell on top of a car in Dunwoody, Georgia. Power knocked out in Long Beach, Florida, after balloons hit power lines. There is an unbelievable moment when a massive landslide occurred in Malaysia after heavy rainfall. This video shows what can happen if you hit an underground power cable. An Air Canada flight made a scary landing at Halifax Airport and caught fire following touchdown with a broken landing gear. So, who is wrong here? A billboard falls on gas stations and homes. Balcony collapse incident in Mumbai, India, captured on CCTV. Retaining wall collapsed on March 12, 2023.
¡Ay, gonorrea! ¡Ay, gonorrea como de vino! ¡Ay, Padre Celestial! ¡Ay, vea, 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 vea!
On July 12, 2017, a passenger train rammed a car. The car owner tried to save the car until the last moment. New tunnel has been made to bypass the landslide-prone area, but now we have landslide at the mouth of tunnel. A Ford Ranger Bakkie was badly damaged after a tractor tire exploded while it was being filled with air at a petrol station. Firefighters narrowly escaped a massive fireball when a factory explosion sent shockwaves through the area. Firefighters were missing. This is the footage of the California fires in Pacific Palisades and Malibu due to high winds on January 8, 2025.
Literally through hell. This is madness down here.
Shit. Don't worry about that, dude. Look at that. Yeah.
This is getting incredibly bad incredibly quickly. Cruise ship was hit by a microburst while docked at Port Canaveral, Florida.
Oh, watch out! Oh, the key is still in water. That was still in water.
Oh my God.
Look at those. Oh my gosh, somebody's gonna get hurt. Those chairs are flying. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, they need to watch out.
Oh no!
Oh!
Oh! Oh my god, that guy fell.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That was scary. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
See how quickly they react to avoid trouble. A family had a narrow escape after a pressure cooker exploded inside their kitchen. Driving westbound on the 401, approaching Salem Road, when a tyre flew over the median and smashed into this car. A burning crane exploded in Kozlany, Czech Republic. The real MVP is the guy smiling. A vehicle gets hit with a flying car, apart from an accident several hundred yards. So scary. In December 2022, a Susquehanna Township family lost their home in a gas explosion, just minutes after they were warned to evacuate. Oops, a simple oil change goes wrong. What happens often is the big problem of repetitive workers becoming too confident with work automation. When a lorry drags, the wire is close to the live power line. Fireworks accidentally flying into their pharmacy during a wedding procession. The unbelievable moment. A car crashed into the Miss Worcester Diner in Worcester on June 24, 2021. The unbelievable moment. When it happened, there was a stampede. Wow, it went from just wind to absolute destruction in these 15 seconds. Man escapes without a scratch after running a hot air balloon into the transformer, then lake.
Everybody get back!
A container ship barged into loading cranes at a port on March 3, 2024. In China, River Tidal bore took tourists by surprise. Well, all those people driving with their eyes closed. A bridge in Tennessee suddenly collapses after remnants of Hurricane Helene caused powerful floods across several states.
Oh, God. I want the 107 bridge.
Wow, fortunately the ships are safe. Be aware that you can read the tire pressure limit on the tire wall. Hope they learn from this and take extra care in the future. They were driving on Minnesota Drive in Anchorage, Alaska. The massive landslide on August the 24th, 2023, following heavy rain, was an unbelievable moment that stunned everyone. Seeing this reminds me why I stick to an office job, no metal, just emails.
Oh my god! Are we safe? Are we safe? Shall we run away?
Rain, dust storm, gusty winds hit Mumbai. Lift hoarding collapse caught on camera.
Literally गया भाई गया क्या बना है भाई क्या टाइम पे बना है क्या गया ये
Mumbai building structure collapsed on May 15th, 2024. Unbelievable footage shows a man narrowly avoiding being maimed by a fast-moving 4-foot blade. If you come into contact with an electrical cable, you need to stand clear of the area until it is repaired.
Why isn't that blowing?
I think the car's speed was too much to have a sharp turn there. When faced with certain objects twining round under an ultra-high voltage power line, workers no longer need to climb a high ladder to remove it any longer. Drones can now be used to do this. It's amazing to see the wires start swinging from the powerful magnetic field created when the arcing occurs. These guys need to invest in a mega and use it before changing blown fuses or energizing high voltage equipment. Substation fire at Makaloa Street on December 19, 2010. Heavy drizzle likely initiated a short circuit. A very big short circuit in an electrical transformer due to heavy rain on July 6, 2012. About 100 people lost power and neighbors were pissed.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned. There might be like, do you want to call the fire department? Yeah, that's not good.
He is, all right, had a bit of a setback here. This is what happens when a tree branch falls on a 150 kV power line.
stick.
At least he's in an insulated box.
I don't like that.
Arcing disconnect switch on BC Hydro pole in 100 block of East 3rd Street. An electrical fire caused the power pole to explode, leaving 150 homes without power.
All right, it's okay. I know it's all right. It's okay. Go and watch. It's fine. Just watch the kids.
No, it's not fine.
A truck catches fire in Hudson Valley, New York after driving over a power line.
Oh my God, this is horrible. This is horrible. Oh my God.
On December 28, 2018, multiple electrical explosions in Kenner, Louisiana. A downed power line caused a fire in a north side neighborhood amid storms that swept through the area on July 6, 2021. A good video for an apprentice to learn from mistakes.
You guys all right? Got one for 1 second.
Here's what 19.9 and 39.8 kilovolt short circuits look like when someone failed to clear a tree limb from their lines before restoring power. Locals tried to contain it through fire extinguishers, but they failed. Then they complained to the fire tenders, which took 1 hour to reach them. Fortunately, it was the electrical isolation switch, not the HV transformer. If a huge flock of birds sitting on a hydro line leave all at once, they make the line swing, which causes a cutout fuse to blow.
Yes. Oh my God.
The fireball is actually a plasma arc, or an arc flash. A short circuit in the wires of the electric pole, due to which a fire broke out. The car parked under the electric pole also caught fire.
The finish line is here. Don't forget to give us a like button and share your road encounters in the comments. And don't miss the video on the right side of the screen. See you soon.